subscribe, and share.
Hello everybody, my name is Craig Bennett and I'm the founder and owner of TechViewsNelp, and today I am going to list the top 4 ways, in my personal opinion, of making Windows secure in a safe experience. Now, many of these methods that I will list today will work on other operating systems also, so it's kind of very important to understand these methods. But for the most part, these are pretty much a proven way. But as far as things goes, let's jump into a quick personal advertisement, and then let's go into the actual methods.
Thanks for sticking around during the ads. Please feel free to click on the icons shown to be taken to areas where you can help us. All links will be below for mobile and other users.
Welcome back. Now, as far as the top way I can think of making pretty much anything more safe and secure to be around, it just by making sure that's updated. So with Windows, it's pretty simple. All I have to do is go down to the start if you're on Windows 8 or Windows 8.1, then go to search. And what you're searching for is update or Windows update. And the thing will actually list all the updates. But as far as the type of updates that you really need to focus on is the important updates, anything with security in it. But I'll also advise just download and install all the updates for the Windows, even if it doesn't say it's not really that important. But as far as things goes, that's just the simplest way of making sure anything is secure and safe. The second easiest way of making sure what you're doing is safe and secure is simply by not browsing or doing things that you really feel like you shouldn't be doing. So if you don't trust a given site, don't use it. It's as simple as that. In fact, there is tools out there to help you judge if a site is worthwhile or not. And on top of that, if you don't feel like a certain program should be on your computer, maybe it's a keylogger, and maybe it's your gut instinct saying it's a keylogger or some malware or something like that. We see it all the time in security. So it's a very important thing to keep that one in mind. And those gut instincts are actually a major thing, because chances are when you download it, you might see bad grammar or bad stuff, something hinting to this might not be what you're really looking for, or it has that little extra kick which you don't want, which is the malware. So the next thing, and this is pretty important, is the antivirus system. You can go with a paid or free version of antivirus on Windows. I would advise going with Avast at this given time on March 2015. I would advise staying away from Feed and maybe Northern. Northern's not horrible, but I've noticed is a much resource hog and it does miss quite a bit. But the one thing I've heard that's actually taken off, and that is actually probably going to take over the market. I personally haven't played with it, but it's called Kaspersky. And from my understanding, it does cost a bit. But personally, I like Avast, and it's a very useful tool. Now, as far as what you really should be looking for whenever you get a antivirus system, for one, you need to make sure it does live scans. Something that scans not only while you download, while you install, but just regularly scan. There's some antivirus software out there that you actually have to say scan or initiate it. But for the most part, you really want to have it scanned. And not only that, you want to have it scanning every day, if not twice a day, depending on what type of user you are. But for most users, that won't be too bad. Now, the setting that you really need to make sure that is on the antivirus is I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but it's this one. And what is that given setting to be exact? And why is it so important to make sure that your antivirus that you have on your computer has that? Well, it's pretty simple. Basically, how antiviruses work is very simple, at least the older ones. Basically, say a virus is known to have XYZ file name and that's that. Well, basically you'll look for that or look for something, some type of signature or something, and it'll go from there. But the problem is they gotten smart where the virus, the code will be inside of a program, and the code for the virus won't change, but the virus will actually make the code around the virus itself, the shell, change so every so often, and this means the signature may change and fewer things may change as you install it and everything. So if the virus is on my machine and on your machine, it'll look 100% different besides the core virus itself. So using that setting, especially on high and everything, it basically makes it where the antivirus system runs it in its own little emulated environment, and this makes it where that it looks to see if that core is there. So it's very, very important because it's getting very smart, and you got to have these extra measures. Otherwise, it's useless. Now, the last thing is firewalls. Make sure that your firewalls are on all the time, and make sure that you pay attention to the firewalls. You can have firewalls externally, like say for example I got Avast, and you can have firewalls internally. I do have a video on what is a firewall and how does it work. I advise you to just check out that instead of me doing a whole series right here now on it. So I'll just leave a link to that below and something on the video itself so you can check it out. But anyways, those are the top ways to keep your computer secure and safe. Now keep in mind this is pretty much foolproof as far as it goes, but if you diverge from any of this at all, you pretty much can make it very unsafe very quickly. And it really doesn't matter what operating system is, it's truth all the way around. And by the way, yes, OS X, which is Macintoshes, Apple's computers, and Linux's, they can get viruses, or known as malware, also, and they can definitely be hacked. So don't think that you're safe just because you use a different operating system. So that's why it's important to keep in mind with all these methods. But anyways, as far as things goes, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe, and share, and please feel free to leave your own personal method to making sure that Windows or whatever operating system you use is secure and safe to use. But if you didn't like this, go ahead and leave a dislike and let me know down below, and that way I can fix it in future videos. But if you like this, again, leave a like, subscribe, and share. And please feel free to check out my other videos and links that I provide. Again, this has been Craig Bennett, and I hope you have a great day.